Hey everybody, we are back live at the 2025 SSA Tom Czarnik No Glove A National Championship Tournament. Here's Ray Czarnik for give us a couple of words before the championship game.
Thanks a lot, Gio. I appreciate that. On behalf of my family, the Ziegler Auto Group, Malarkey Distributors, and the Niles Park District, I appreciate the chance for these two teams to play in the 2025 No Gloves Tom Czarnik National Tournament. I want to welcome both teams, congratulate you guys on the games that you got to get here, and very excited to see that. It's a beautiful day, and I want to wish good luck to all you guys and do the best you can. So thank you so much on behalf of the family.
Thank you. So that's Ray Czarnik. You see the teams lined up, and give us a play ball, Ray. So you see the teams all lined up on the foul line. Future will be the home team. Ray's just going to walk through and congratulate everybody on getting here to the championship game, and we're going to get started. So no changes. Los Lobos, I think, only came in with 12 or 11, I should say, players. And Future team been battling. They had a setback last night, but they worked their way through the loser bracket. They lost to LBCS in a game when they just started late and had a lot of base runners, and were down 9 in that game. Ended up losing, I think, by a deuce. And so we're going to get started. Very hot day here. I do not have my phone plugged in because I think it was kind of overheating things a little bit, but I see the battery's already draining pretty fast, so we'll try to get through this. And if there is an if game, then we'll hopefully have enough left in the tank to finish. So again, Future is the home team, and they had to come back at 10 a.m. They played at 11:30 and at 1, and so they're playing their 4th game in the heat today. And Future going up here against the Baracho or Los Lobos. Long weekend. And Los Lobos has pretty much been cruising through the event here. They've scored 70 runs in 4 games, only giving up 20. So we'll see. Future do have a lot of young kids, and both teams agreed to start early. So same lineup we're used to seeing from Los Lobos. Quinn Canoy, Alex Hovey, Brett Rettmeyer, the first 3 scheduled hitters. And for those of you new to the stream, checking it out, Chicago 16-inch style softball, you're seeing it correct. No mitts, 16-inch clincher. You got that right, Don Stacy, the first baseman there from Future. And 60-foot bases, leadoff can't steal. 38 from the rubber to the point of home plate, 6-12 on the arc, open count. So here's the first pitch. Couple more rules, we'll get to them. Because we're playing no gloves, the pitcher gets a drag step, 1 step left, right, or back. And there's a strike. 2 fakes or hesitation. 3rd arm action must be to deliver the ball home. Here's the 3rd pitch. And there's a little short bloop. Going back is Pat Donahue, and he makes the catch for the first out of the ball game. Pitcher gets 2 fakes or hesitation. 3rd arm action, deliver the ball home. A throw or a fake to a base is considered one of your fakes or hesitations. We use heavy bats up to 38 ounces, 34 inches long, 2 1/4 on the barrel, 300 down the lines, 305 to dead red. So leadoff man down, and we're underway here in the 2025 SSA Tom Czarnik Class A No Glove National Championship Tournament. And there's a swing and a line drive, and Jeremy Daughtry got up there, got 2 hands on it, couldn't hold it. It bounced just far enough away that by the time he got it, he couldn't make the throw across. So first base runner of the game, and it brings up Brett Rettmeyer. So Jeremy showing great range. He's been having a nice weekend, nice tournament. Here's Brett Rettenmeyer. And there's a little ground ball up the middle, and Donahoe can't make the play. Looked like he was going to try to shovel over to Jack Cafano. But as he went to shuffle, the ball slipped out. So that's going to bring up Zach Woodside. And there's a long one in the alley. And on the run, Joey Kutnick got there. And he throws it in. The relay, no, he slams the brakes on. Joey Kutnick runs it down. Running deep into the alley in left center field. About 280. And he got there. And Los Lobos were living on that against LBCS. They hit 4 home runs that drove in, I believe, 8 or 9 of their 11 that they ended up scoring to win that game. That time, Joey Kutnick ran a country mile and got there. So some great defense right out of the box as he robs Woodside, and it brings up Ben Rettenmeyer. And they are playing him very deep. All of the balls Ben likes to hit wide open right now. And I think if you watch Ben long enough, and that's what he does. He walks the dog, and he'll drive in the first 2 runs of the ball game. So the little bobble put a base runner on, and Los Lobos connect. And again, I think if you watch this team, and I'm sure if should they come to Joliet, you'll probably see a lot of teams coming back to watch the film. There's Drew Irvin. Ben's always been more of a cut-push guy. You don't really see him load up often. And there's a little roller, and the pitcher handles it, Jordan Purrs, but they do score 2 on the 2-out Ben Rettenmeyer flip into right field. So I think with a guy like Ben, you go ahead and you throw him up top, and you got to squeeze your outfield a little bit and try to steal some of those cuts and those pushes. Because like I said, he really doesn't load up very often. Doesn't mean he's not capable, but it's certainly not his A or B swing. So Rettenmeyer, big 2-out hit there. It's going to be Joey Kutnick, Pat Donahue, and Kevin Kozel, the left fielder. And Future's actually, I believe, the second highest scoring team in the tournament now. This is their 8th game of the weekend. And I know when I checked it while they were playing LBSC, they had only scored, I think, 57, but that was in two more games than the Borrachos had played. Or the Lobos, excuse me. So here's Joey Kutnick. Made the great play. And Joey tries to go deep down the line, but it's foul. Had it been fair, I think Rettenmeyer would have been able to get to it. And again, I think sometimes the tendency for guys, because the Lobos outfield has been not playing too many guys too deep. And I think the tendency is guys try to get outside of their comfort swing. Try to do things maybe that they don't normally do. And you know, I'm a big proponent that the best ball in softball is that 12-foot high line drive over the infield. No real defense to that. And there's a hard grounder off the pitcher. Kutnick's going to wheel, and he beats it. So Joey Kutnick slaps it off the pitcher,
It's all right, it's all right. You're on. Let's go.
The lefty running hard down the line was trying to shoot the box there. Pitcher got in the way. Leadoff man on.
Let's go, Pat.
Here's Pat Donahue. And again, they're infield again playing everybody very tight. You don't normally see infields play that short. And Donahoe slaps it down the left field line fair. Kutnick will get to third, stand-up double for Pat Donahue. So the first two hitters on here for future. And it brings up Kevin Kozel, the left fielder. So first four hitters in the future lineup, all lefties. And I believe so is Johnny Cappuccini. And I think sometimes the misconception a lot of times is. And there's a hard ball knocked down by Gross. He can't make a play though.
Come on, Kevin.
Again, playing that tight, that shallow. It was a nice effort just to get two hands on the ball. Future runners on the corner now. They've cut it to 2-1. Another lefty here. And Bobby Suchecki. And Suchecki right to the... Now he can come back to the bag and he gets there. Meanwhile, the tying run does score. So Suchecki hit a bullet right at the first baseman. He got handcuffed, couldn't make the play. Nice job there by the base runner to kind of keep himself alive. And as soon as the first baseman stepped on the bag, that allowed the base runner to have the option of coming back to first. A lot of guys will just take off and run to second. It would have been probably an easy catch and tag, but that's good base running there, understanding that the first baseman touched the bag. So here's Suchecki, and he throws it toward the gap, and that's down and through. Rettenmeyer gets to it. He throws it to the center fielder. Stand-up triple. And Futures come back here to put 3 on the board. And they've taken a 3-2 lead. I hope the scoreboard's right. I'm fighting a little glare here.
Come on, Dom.
And here's Dom Stacy. So first 6 hitters all left-handed in the future lineup. And Dom line drive, and nice play there as Noah Atkinson got up. He takes a hit away from Dom Stacy. And here's the first right-handed hitter in their lineup at number 7, JT Redis. And again, that's a big out there because that was an easy potential RBI. And Redis comes through. And he gets the 2-out base hit. Another run scores for Future. And that's going to bring up Joey Vandervoos. And Vandervoos, Brett Rettenmeyer makes the play. And he wasn't too happy with himself.
Yeah. He just yelled.
Okay, Joe.
So I think my score is wrong. Dom, what'd you get? 4 or 5? 4?
I wasn't paying that much attention. I should be.
Joey, 4? Okay, so I'm going to run behind here. Let's get that taken care of. Again, I can't see sometimes if the scoreboard updates. So if they're getting hit with a 2 spot, a couple of big 2-out hits there, and Future puts 4 up to take an early lead. So we'll change the inning to 2. And you're all up to date. So Chris Dahl going to lead off here for Los Lobos. And there's a line drive base hit into center field, leadoff man on for Los Lobos. So here comes Noah Atkinson. Got up in the air to take a hit away from Dom Stacy. Or it sure could have been a bigger inning for future. So that's that low strike. I think it was called a strike. So 1-1. Jordan Purr's working on the hill. Had a little conversation with Jordan this morning, and there's a hard ground ball through the hole. So the third baseman there, Suchecki, just kind of sliding around a little bit. So first two hitters on here brings up Henry McNally. And, you know, yesterday Future was a little short-handed, so they had to reconfigure, and Jordan ended up starting that game at first base, and Gino Grande had a little trouble out of the box, and they got into a big hole against LSBC. And as a result of that, they were fighting uphill all the way. I thought I corrected it. It should be 4-2, no? So that might be a comment that I just saw late. You called a strike there.
Okay, Henry, who cares?
So Henry McNally thought he had a walk there. So 31 here. And there's a line drive base hit up the alley. Kutnick gets to it, throws it in, but we're going to be all tied up at 4. So the long stretch single in the alley for Henry McNally. And we're all tied at 4s here. So here's Adam Gross. And the wind is picking up here a little bit. Adam Gross in the box here, so the game off to a spirited start from an offensive standpoint. And on the plate, and Jordan Purr's now is falling behind a couple of these hitters. And there's a strike. And it's okay if you're confident as a pitcher that you can throw a strike. And there's that little weird step back, JT Redis, though, right on the spot to make the catch. So we told you, he's got a little Jake Olson in him over there. Had the pleasure of managing Jake when I was over with Flashback, and I always thought Jake looked like a rubber band. So here's Sid Beck, and he hits a line drive up the middle toward that alley. Redis, a little fumble. He gets it in, but a run's going to score. So a couple of stretch singles up the alley led to a couple of runs. And Los Lobos has reclaimed the lead here in the top of the second. So both teams trading body blows early. And back to the stop with Quinn Canoy at the top. What did I say? Stop? Top. Again, if you're Future, you've got to come in and understand that your offense got to score some runs.
There you go, Jordan. Let's go. One dead.
And there's a high fly ball. Kutnick circles around, puts it away. He'll throw to third. The kid's got a cannon, but it was deep enough to get him over there. So 2 outs now for Alex Hovey with Brett Rettenmeyer on deck. So right now, if you're future, you'd like to get out of this inning here. Only down 1. And go back to work with the bats.
Give me the run.
And there's a swing. He goes opposite field. Kutnick will get spin and throw, but another run does score.
Come on, Brave.
So 6-4 now. Los Lobos working on a 4-run inning here. Brings up Brett Rettenmeyer. It'll be interesting to see against LBCSC. Los Lobos was trying to go up top, and that's going to score another run. Rettenmeyer hammered it through the infield. 5-run inning. Joe Nixon going to come out here and try to slow the game down a little bit. They were trying to go up top over the LBSC outfield. And Joey Kutnick ran 1.5 miles and stole one. And now it looks like they're a little more focused on trying to hit line drives or pound it through this hard infield. So it brings up Zach Woodside. And I believe it was Zach who hit the bomb that Kutnick got to. And there's a hard ground ball. They shoot the box. Another run scores. So working on a 6-run inning now is Los Lobos. As they go up 8-4. He brings up Ben Rettenmeyer. And again, I just think they're playing him way too deep. And you see, he's just always trying to guide the ball. And nice job by Jordan Purrs to hang in there. So a 6 spot, 8-4. We head to the bottom of the second. So Ben Rettenmeyer, and again, you know, we see a lot of the 12-inch guys. They will, when they get a couple of strikes, try to shoot the middle. And what we got coming up here is Jack Cafaro. Zach Cafaro. I don't know if that's an N or R. I should know this. He's in my phone, for Christ's sake. Jeremy Daughtry, JD, and Jordan Purrs, bottom third of the lineup. So ideally, your bottom's got to chip in a game like this, because you're not going to play Los Lobos and win a 3-2 game unless the wind's blowing in a gazillion miles an hour. They got too much thump. So if you want to win the game, you got to turn it into a shootout. You got to run. You got to hit with them. So here's Jack. He takes a strike. And Jack, again, a little too much air. And again, I think against this team with the hard infield, you're making it too easy if you're hitting stuff way up in the air. Their outfield's been very solid all weekend. And they do take liberties, but like I said, you want to go hard. And there's a little cutter that Brett Rettenmeyer got the big soft top, and he made the play. And we had heard from some of our friends in Iowa that Brett Rettenmeyer can play shortstop. And he came right in there and got the nice hop. So here's Jordan Purrs. Takes a strike. And Alex Hovey's got a odd release at times. He kind of curls the ball in his left hand, and he has a tendency to flick it sometimes a little higher, sometimes literally down around his ankles. And there's a 2-out walk, and it brings up Joey Kutnick in the top of the lineup. They do got a few guys on the bench, a little too early to run for your pitcher. And here's Joe Kutnick, banged one off of Hovey. And now he goes opposite field. Joe Kutnick gonna try it. And they call him out at second. Good throw, right on the money. And we're gonna head to the third. Problem is, you're down 4, and you got your top. I understand being aggressive, but I also thought as Joe kind of rounded first, he might have hesitated just a split second, wanting to see if the guy picked it up clean, and then decided to go. Took kind of a wider turn, and that was bang bang over there. And when you take the wide turn, a lot of times when you take that wide turn, that's why you got to cut that inside corner of the bag, guys. You younger players, you want to cut the inside of the bag, and you want to save yourself steps going to second. And Joey Kutnick can run, but when you don't run the bases a little more precisely, it negates some of your speed. And terrific throw from the center fielder. So here comes Drew Irvine to lead off as we are in the third. And he pounds it, knocked down by the shortstop. Terrific stretch here by Dom Jacoby. That was a rocket, and JD got a great jump, knocked it down. Shoji's got a strong arm, but not enough as Drew Irvin flying down the baseline beats it out, and it brings up Chris Dahl. And there's a little roller, and Donahoe recovered to make the play at first. Again, it looked like he was rolling his hips to throw to second, and he dropped the ball.
Hey, you all right? Yeah, I'm good.
So Pat Donahoe, and it brings up Noah Atkinson. So runner on second here, ground ball up the middle, and Jack let that ball get a little deep on him there. He basically had his hands just in front of his feet there, and the ball ended up hitting him in the foot. So a couple of base runners here for Henry McNally.
I'll let you know if he's coming behind me.
Again, and there's a line drive. Kutnick with the read, and that ball took off a little bit. Joey jumped up at the last minute. And another run scores.
Henry.
So it looked like Kutnick was there, and that ball didn't want to come down. Now it's second and third for Adam Gross. And Dominic Stacy makes the play. Of course, his brother Anthony Stacy on flashback. Bring, yeah, well, you know. So here's Sid back. I got to give people a little color, a little background.
He doesn't need any more.
So here's Sid Groves. And he hits it to Jordan Purrs, and Jordan stays with it. But they do pick up another run. A couple of bobbles. A couple of bobbles here. Future letting Los Lobos leak out a little bit.
Let's hit the ball. Let's go.
As we head to the bottom of the third inning.
It's not your fault. The student can't see.
It'll be 2-3-4. Pat Donahoe, Kevin Kozel, and Bobby
I know the
Suchecki.
heat's affecting you. No, I'm joking. Who we got up?
So Chicken told the umpire, I know it's not your fault. The heat's affecting you. The umpire said, no, I'm okay. And he said, no, I'm joking. So was he joking about the heat affecting him or that it was his fault? You be the judge. And it was good-natured. So Future now trailing 9-4. It's only the third inning, but they're letting this Los Lobos team leak out a little bit. And they need to kind of reestablish contact with the game. And Donahoe doubled down the left field line his first at bat. And Hovey's what you might call at times effectively wild. He'll fall behind guys, but then he'll come back. And there's a little spinner to third, long throw. And Pat Donahoe, as he banged on that knee, he's already got a wrap and a cut. He's trying to walk it off. Again, that was a little spinner off the bat. The third baseman was deep. So now he's saying it's his left ankle. He hit the bag, and then a couple of steps past the bag, he kind of lost his balance and went flying. So leadoff man on. And right now, both teams, when they've hit the ball down, they've gotten a few breaks. And I think part of the problem with LBSC and a couple of the hitters here early in this game by Future hitting soft fly balls. And you really gotta zone in and work on hitting line drives or driving it through. And again, the infield is just, it's been so hot. And it's baked in a little bit, so this infield playing very fast. So here's Kevin Kozel, leadoff man on.
We're good. Nobody out. Gotta be in the second base.
And that ball's a little high. And it's very high. So Hovey falling behind here.
Ooh, that was deep.
He grabs a strike there. And that ball off the trademark is just a little pop to left field. And again, Hovey is also, when he does his pump fake, reminds me a little of Mickey Balestri, Sr.
One out.
Mickey had weird arm action where sometimes it was a fake and sometimes he would just flick the wrist and throw. And so until you had a couple of at-bats against him,
You all right, Bob?
it was different. Here's Bobby Suchecki. And Suchecki drives one. Boy, Noah Atkinson looked like if he would have thrown his hands up, he might have been able to catch that. But at the last minute, he kind of pulled his hands back a little bit. And if you're not used to playing no gloves, sometimes you're worried about busting up some digits.
One, yeah? Cappuccini.
Cappuccini, little ground ball. They flip to Rettenmeyer. They throw behind. They do get the fielder's choice. And there's a good look there at Joey Kutnick. It brings up Don Stacy. So Future looking for a 2-out hit. And Stacy a little flare the other way. Going to be an easy catch there. So they threaten, but do not score. So we're going to head to the fourth still, 9-4.
Do it for Pat. Do it again. Just like Max. Last time I got hurt, it worked out. So do that again.
So Future did a good job in the bottom of the first, getting some big 2-out hits. But Joey Kutnick got thrown out to end the second, and now they leave a couple of base runners on there. So we head to the top of the third inning here. Or fourth inning, excuse me. And it's going to be Quinn Canoy, Alex Hovey in the top, and Brett Rettenmeyer top of the lineup here. And there's a hard ground ball as they continue to pound it up that open hole. And for the most part, besides really Brett Rettenmeyer, or I should say Ben Rettenmeyer, they haven't necessarily hit a lot of balls that I've seen down the lines. So here's the pitcher, Hovey. Leadoff man on. And there's a line drive. And so they said that Jeremy Daughtry dropped it on purpose, and he's not arguing. The rule is if you can catch the ball with a routine effort. And Jeremy's laughing. He was hoping to get away with one. But the home plate umpire said in his judgment, he dropped it on purpose, and Jeremy's got a little grin on his face. Of course, the master at that was Bob Rush Jr. And there's a high fly ball, and that's trouble. And Brett Rettenmeyer hit it over the left fielder's head, and he's going to stop at third base, but they cracked the 10 mark every game this tournament. They've been in double digits. And that ball got up there in the wind and just kept going. And again, you kind of know that they're going to swing the bats, so you gotta respond to that. So when you start leaving guys on base, it allows them to continue to leak out on you. Brings up Zach Woodside, and he skies one on the infield. And Jeremy Daughtry makes that play. 2 outs. And it brings up Ben Rettenmeyer. As we are 1 out away from the halfway point in this ball game. And now he just throws it out into left field, and that's what we were talking about. That's really Ben's game. I think at some point you got to make him prove that he can go over the top or hard to an alley. Brings up Drew Irvine. And he tries to go up. That ball is dancing, and Joey Kutnick got there. Looked like that was knuckling. Kutnick stayed right with it, and he made the catch. So Drew Irvine gives it a ride, and Kutnick gets there. Halfway through, let's pay some bills. Sweet Buzz. Pretty logo up there in the upper left-hand corner. They sell infused products. If you're an adult and you use them, check them out. Nick Drabel from Moneyline, co-owner of the company, big sponsor of the SSA, and an anchor corporate partner for the Chicago Summer Series. Please use them responsibly. I'd like to thank Ziegler, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram out in Schaumburg, Illinois, for helping to underwrite the tournament this weekend. Thank you very much for your support. Call Ray or Scotty Czarnik. They'll help put you in a vehicle. So leading off, bottom of the 4th, JT Redis.
Today's not bad.
And JT off the pitcher right to the short center. And a little bit of a break there.
Good ball.
JT hit it hard, but right at the pitcher, and he was able to get his hands up.
You hit it hard. That's what you could do.
So here's Joey Vandervoos
Come on, Joey V.
with Jack on deck. And there's a swing, and he hits that humpback, and trailing by 7. And that's more of what Future does when they're in sync, is they'll throw those line drives all over the field, and they're hitting too many fly balls and haven't really tested the infield. And that's a good example there of what I was talking about, Hovey's weird release. He actually faked, and then he pulled the hand back, and even before the hand got to the front of his hip, he was already releasing the ball. And there's a hard ground ball as Jack pounds it through. So 1 out here for JD. Jeremy hit a 1-hopper to Brett Rettenmeyer at shortstop. And there he hits a line drive. The runners all get back. So he hit it hard, but right at the belt buckle of the third baseman. Looked like he might have caught that in the forearm as he kind of glanced down on it. Brings up Jordan Purrs. And with Kutnick in the top waiting, you'd like to see, if you're a Future fan, Jordan give Joey Kutnick a chance with some RBIs potentially out there. Big hole between the first and second baseman on the other side, and you can see Hovey trying to run over there. He kind of We kind of saw that Jordan dipped a little bit like he was going to go there.
Get off, Jack.
And now he does go that way hard. One run is in. And the runner gets the third, so they push one across to make it 11-5 here. Oops. And now Joey Kutnick, runners on the corner here. And Kutnick, though, a little too much air into the cross breeze, just died up there. So it looked like he was trying to go to right center, a little too quick on it, and hit a fly out. So big out there as we head to the fifth for the Los Lobos team. And again, this is starting to look a little bit like that LBSC game where Future was leaving a few too many base runners on base. So they keep telling me to hydrate. I'm going to grab a little water and I'll be right back.
Daddy, be ready.
And there's a little ground ball. And Johnny Capuchetti playing second base now as Donahue has not re-entered since has not re-entered since hurting his left ankle. So Chris Dahl, the first out, and it brings up Noah Atkinson. We are in the fifth inning here. First championship game. Future in the fifth inning here. First championship game. This Future would need to win two, and Kutnick got there and dropped it. Just not used to seeing that by Joe Kutnick. So one out base runner here brings up Henry McNally.
Take it off, go. Hang on, Jordan. All right. Hey, let's go. Watch the ball, next play.
We are getting a little more consistent wind. You might have heard me on past broadcasts. Just the time of the day as we get toward 3, 4 o'clock, the wind usually picks up a little bit in the Chicago area. And I'm sure the players are grateful to have a breeze. And there's a walk. Brings up Adam Gross. Well, it's certainly been a rough month of softball here in Chicago. It's been blistering hot just about every weekend. So now these teams will all get a little bit of a blow, as in July the schedule eases up. Teams will be concentrating on their league play. And that just cleared the point. Full count. And Gross, just with that weird step back, just guided it through the hole, throw to the plate, another run scores.
Just trust it. Good hustle, Henry. Way to work fast. Good job, Bob. Read that throw. Brett would be so disappointed in you. Oh, it's a club.
He brings up Sid Beck.
Donnie would have had that catch back there. Yeah, come on, chick. Let's go. Here we go. Would be nice.
And there's a high fly ball. JT Redis makes the catch, and he'll get it in the second.
Nice play, JT.
He brings up Quinn Canoy.
With the hit.
So 2 outs here.
Check, keep your feet. Not you. One strike.
And there he goes hard. Kutnik is there and can't make the catch. Again, another ball that just stayed up in the air, hitting down on the ball, and 2 more runs scored. So 14-5. And again, we are in the 5th inning. 9-run lead here. And Los Lobos on the verge of maybe getting to the mercy rule number. And it'll be Joe Nixon, Kevin Kozel, and Bobby Suchecki in the bottom half for future. And Los Lobos are just leaking out here. And only the second game of the day, so you can see they're still pretty fresh. And there he goes the other way, and that's going to drift out of play, way foul. Nothing worse on a hot day when you got to go shag a ball way out of play. So me and Jerry Brown will be doing a comprehensive North-South wrap-up show this week, even though tournament's not done. We'll get you caught up on the Chicago Summer Series. And we'll do a post wrap-up of the Class A. So it'll be a big show. We'll get all that out. We'll show you the new Summer Series leaders. And we'll try to get you an updated Summer Series point standings. So there's a hard ball up the middle. They drive in that 10th run. Because it's 15-5 now here in the 5th. Brings up Brett Rettenmeyer. Triple deep down the left field line his last at bat. Not sure what they're doing. They're bringing in a new pitcher, but horse might have left the barn. And again, there have been a couple of errors. It's been a tough outfield. We've been seeing outfielders kind of struggle on balls hit hard in the air. And here's Brett Rettenmeyer. I always laugh. Sometimes you bring in your backup pitcher, he throws one pitch, and he gets out of an inning, and then he comes to the bench and says, you know, what's the problem?
Oh, yeah. It's over. It's good. I mean, this fast-pitch baseball, I played 12 once a week with high school buddies who not play baseball.
And Gino, 2 balls out of the gate. And Rettenmeyer, he rolls it through the hole. And Hovey gets to third, so runners on the corner here. Brings up Zach Woodside. And this Pat Donahue plays so hard. He did not finish the TOC because he ran face first into a fence making a catch, and there's another hit, another run scores. It's now 16-5. And it's going to bring up Ben Rettenmeyer.
Try it. Yeah, pretty sweaty.
And there's a ground ball. Nice play by Jack. Long throw. And Dom Stacy with the nice scoop.
Nice play on both ends.
Great play by Jack at short center. Through the one hopper. And Dom. Tell you, the more I see that kid play first base, I like him. So 2 or die bottom of the 5th. Future needs 2 runs for the game to continue. 16-5 here.
Hey, we need 2 to play.
Bottom of the 5th. Leading off, his first at-bat of the game is going to be Joe Chicken Nixon. Came in for Pat Donahue. Then it'll be Kevin Kozel and Bobby Suchecki. And Joe, little soft cut, caught by the center fielder. Los Lobos 2 outs away from winning the national championship. And it brings up Suchecki. Or I'm sorry, Kozel, Kevin Kozel. And there's a little chopper back to the mound. So Los Lobos 1 out away. And it brings up Bobby Suchecki.
I don't have doors. They've been blown off too many times.
And there's a high fly ball, and that should do it. Los Lobos wins the 2025 SSA Tom Czarnik Class A No Glove National Championship. They scored a lot of runs this weekend, rolled through the field undefeated, and they win the championship. So we're going to take pictures, and then we'll do the trophy presentation. Pat Caputo and Dave Winslow. Hold on, guys. We're going to take a picture. Both teams.
I never felt that
Hey, good job. Get the last guy. Good job.
Future, can we get you at home plate, please?
Sure.
I can't feel my legs right now.
So just want to let the teams know. We're going to take a picture on the field with the banner and the trophy, and we're going to do the all tournament and all of that by the concession stand. So here's Dave Winslow. Good run by Future to get here, and they might be the future. They got a good-looking group, still young. So Pat Caputo giving the teams a couple of words of encouragement. Big trophy. Yeah, go ahead. Pat does like to talk. We got a chuckle out of the future guys. Very good-natured group. And we'll get these pictures up a little bit later. Go ahead, take the pictures.
Put this on the side. Is that cool there? You want to move this?
Big trophy.
That's cool. Joey, vandalism. Thanks, Mom. Chicken. Ugly. Miller Lite.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see you up there for the awards presentations. We had one team at one of our first A.
Good team.
Who had when the Nature Boys won, they tried to walk out of the park with our banner.
Hey, Naperville senior home.
Yeah, let's bring it.
Joey, sick on just a warm up. Bad 900. Just waited. What's your award? Where's the award? Over here. Yeah, no.
Hey, hell of a that's what we came out here to do, and we did it.
Well, don't hide the trophy. Hey, let's get the trophy in the picture, huh? So that's a pretty trophy. They're not really getting it in the picture. Rookies. So I'm going to head over to the...
Hey, do you guys have a tournament here on July 21st? Because I got a flight for a guy that day.
So we're going to walk over by the concession stand.
Jordan, that's not to Jordan. Monte, that's your nursing, your mom's. Unless you guys want to keep it at my house.
So we're going to walk over here. We're going to see if there's anybody I can hand the camera to, so I can start packing up my stuff. Been a long weekend, folks.
Joe, I'll take it.
So it was a good weekend, a lot of good softball, a lot of effort under some very difficult heat conditions. And you can see everybody kind of relaxing here a little bit. So just waiting on Pat Caputo to come on over. See if maybe Dave Winslow can. Joe, can I put you to work? I just need you to hold the stick and hold the microphone by Pat when he's handing the stuff out. Joe Polito. So rotate around. Rotate around. Okay, so this is going out live. And all you got to do is just hold it up when you're done. Yeah, when Pat's done.
One person gets all those.
Just hold it. Go ahead, hold it, hold it.
Kunik's out of here. Right here, not yet. We're not taking no calls for nobody. You're on. Let me cover it up for you. Leave my phone shirt alone. Now it's coming. I got a question. You too. It's one at a time. Watch, guys. Oh wow. Yeah. We are. No, you paid out of it.
We got any food?
So that was a pretty big. Sit back down. It's okay. Not with this many guys. Figure it out. What's your name? Hey, so I can do 3 guys in the 4th one. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Gino's gone.
Yeah, can we get to?
I hope not. Hey, you okay?
Stand there.
Probably spring.
Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor worked really hard on that, okay? Don't fuck it up. With you, got your back.
Taylor, that's not broken. I promise.
I know. We like it.
Hey, Arda, too much stuff. Arda who?
I gotta go get the spell. 1 second.
Arda, your legs. I can tell you. And ironically, not one ball.
Yeah,
Just all the plays that were hit at me. Lily, I got it. There were 5 right and left. You were working game on this.
Yeah, it wasn't very fun, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'll wait for those guys to see if coming or not.
No rush. He's always got
I'll stop right
Is it just a given that you get more answers?
I think so, actually. Yeah, I think every tournament, even last year,
Just something, even if it's not a big deal.
No, last year was 2 hammies. Yeah. Same hammy twice.
We'll get down here early.
Yeah.
He's our captain. I'm just gonna read them off the names, all the last names. I didn't want to. I don't think I know all those.
Just ice them out. You gotta wait 2 weeks.
Is that on now?
I think
Is this on right here?
Listen up. You good?
I want to thank everybody for coming out. Good tournament by both teams. Congratulations to Future. Congratulations to the Cat. We got a few things to hand out, and we thank the SSA. Thanks you guys for coming out.
Second place. Runner up.
The Future guys, you can get them all up there.
Get him, little man.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, he's trying.
All right, Brian Rogers.
There you go.
Yeah. There we go, bud.
Hey, that's a brig.
Tom Stacy. Oh yeah, you're coming to me. You're coming to me. What? Bob Suchecki.
Watch your mouth.
Johnny Capichetti.
Technically a participation trophy.
Joe Kudnick.
Yes. Throw it on. Go, man.
Yeah. Kevin Kozel. Take your time.
Last time you did this, Park District
Joe Chicken Nixon.
Have photos?
Hey, this name's Joe? Your name's Joe?
Nobody knows his name.
Jeremy Doherty.
You put that out there.
I know his name is Joe. Move that over so I can put this.
What do you got? Jordan Purse. Jay Purse.
I want to just call Pat and keep going while he gets up here.
Pat Donahue. You're gonna go there. Go, sit down. JT Reedus. Joe Vandevussy. Gino Grande. Not here. Coach Joe Rogers. And Coach Sean Rizzacco. Hey!
Where you go, Sean?
And myself.
Boy, Jet. Right, you gotta give him one more.
A lot of flags. My bad.
Now I'm gonna take Sean's back.
There's extra flags. If anybody wants the filler, it's up to you guys. Otherwise, I'll throw them away.
We'll recycle.
I don't rep it anyway.
Okay. Congratulations, Future. Thank you.
How sensitive is that microphone?
Don't leave because we got some other things to do, and it won't take long. Congratulations to the lost Lobos, and go.
Gentlemen, we're going to go from worst to first. Chris Dahl. Wow. Noah Atkinson. Sid Beck. That's the first tier. Drew Irvin, equally. Quinn Canoy tied for worst. Woody, Zach Woodside. Brett Reddenmeyer.
Is this still the worst?
Ben Reddenmeyer. They're average right now. Ben Reddenmeyer.
Gross and Kyle are gone.
Yeah, I don't like those guys anyway. I give you one? Okay, you get up here. Henry McNally. Alex Hovey. I think that's it.
Well, when do you get to the best? I got
Take the rest.
It's called love.
Josh, take it with you.
Okay.
Here's a box here, buddy.
Okay, I got it. I'll get it. Thank you.
All right. Oops, sorry about that. We got some All-American plaques to give out.
I know.
From Menace, Brian Crossdale. He's not here right now, I'm sure. From the Gravediggers, Mike Laudino. And from Goodwood, Ryan Cole and Eddie Jones. And from Los Barachos was Alex Cotto and Sean Quinn. From the future team, Joe Kutnik.
Yeah, especially after the champion. That was
Boy, Joey.
From Los Lobos, Ben Redmeyer.
I'll take a couple of those sleeves, actually, if you got a couple.
Perfect. From the future team, Pat Donahue.
Thank you.
Eddie Bonds.
Brothers on this team? Hey, so you know who Brett is? Brett, Redmeyer.
Yes,
Not if you're on Chuck's.
Future, JT Reedus. And from Los Lobos, Henry McNally.
Oh, Henry.
Try not to get too excited.
What I do with
That's
paper?
Iowa excitement.
Should name a cheese.
This year's most valuable player, 2025, Tom A. Czarnik.
Thank you.
Josh, sit down. Is Alex Hovey.
His parents paid me.
I want to thank everybody from SSA. Thanks, you guys.
Great tournament.
You guys that got All-American plaques. If you could come over here so we can get a picture of you guys. So we can post it.
Give Pat about 10 minutes to get over there.
I got it. I'll beat you there.
Pat, you want me to stand in for the photo for you?
Not here, I'll do my just broke it. That's all right.
Yes.
There's Bobby, there's donuts for you.
Oh shit, where? Right here. I gotta wait till I get to work to eat them.
Spunky, you got a spunky Dunkin'?
If I don't work 10-hour days, that's the tough part.
Okay, everybody, that's going to wrap it up. We're just taking pictures of the All-Americans and the MVP. Thanks for tuning in all weekend. We love you. We got great softball coming up the rest of the season right here on the SSA Facebook page.